What if I told you that everything you know about protein is wrong? Chasing massive gains at the gym? Many believe that chugging protein shakes all day is the secret key. But the idea that more protein equals more muscle is one of the biggest myths in fitness. Protein is crucial for muscle repair, but your body can only use so much at once. The truth is, drowning your system in protein won't magically sculpt a better physique. Excess protein doesn't build extra muscle. It's either converted to fat or puts unnecessary stress on your kidneys and liver as your body works to excrete it. True strength comes from a balanced approach. So, instead of overdoing it, focus on a balanced intake from diverse sources like lean meats, beans, and nuts. This is how you unlock real, sustainable health and muscle growth. It's not about how much you eat, but how smart you eat. What's your take on this? Let me know in the comments.
From the roaring stadiums of the world to the silver screen, one band's legacy echoes louder than ever. Queen didn't just make music. They crafted the soundtrack for generations, embedding themselves into the very fabric of global pop culture. Their anthems like We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions transformed sports arenas into global choirs, becoming universal symbols of victory and unity. This timeless power allows their music to resonate in countless movies and TV shows, decades after their creation. The blockbuster film Bohemian Rhapsody and the hit musical We Will Rock You introduced their story to a new era of fans, proving their narrative is as compelling as their songs. On screen, their music isn't just a background track. It's a force that amplifies drama and emotion. Freddie Mercury's flamboyant stage presence and the band's bold visual identity have left a permanent mark on fashion, inspiring artists and fans to embrace theatricality and self-expression. Their influence continues to thrive in the digital age, from social media trends to modern artists who cite Queen as a major inspiration. Ultimately, Queen's true power lies in their unparalleled ability to unite. Their music transcends borders, generations, and cultures, creating a shared experience that continues to bring the world together in a triumphant chorus.
In 1937, Amelia Earhart, a pioneering aviator, embarked on a daring quest to circumnavigate the globe. Her journey was a symbol of human ambition, capturing the world's imagination. On July 2nd, during one of the final, most perilous legs over the vast Pacific Ocean, her radio transmissions fell silent. Earhart and her co-pilot, Fred Noonan, vanished without a trace, their plane seemingly swallowed by the endless expanse of sea and sky. The largest search and rescue effort in naval history yielded nothing. No wreckage, no survivors, no definitive answers. The world was left grappling with a void, a question mark hanging over the Pacific. Over the decades, theories have swirled. Was she captured by hostile forces on a remote island? Was she a government spy on a covert mission? Or did she survive, choosing to live out her days under a new identity? To this day, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains one of the most profound and enduring mysteries of the 20th century. Her fate is a story lost to the ocean, a final unanswered call from the sky. Step aboard the RMS Queen Mary, a vessel that's more than just a ship. It's a legend of the high seas. Once a floating city, the Queen Mary dazzled with luxurious ballrooms and grand dining halls, carrying over 2,000 souls on glamorous voyages across the Atlantic. But her story took a dramatic turn during World War II. Stripped of her finery and painted a stark gray, she became the Grey Ghost, a formidable troopship capable of carrying up to 15,000 soldiers in a single journey. A true champion of the seas, she shattered records, proudly holding the blue riband for the fastest transatlantic crossing multiple times, etching her name into maritime history. Today, her journey continues in Long Beach, California. Now a floating hotel and attraction, she's famous for another reason, being one of the most haunted places on Earth, with ghostly tales echoing through her historic corridors. From a majestic ocean liner to a war hero and a spectral icon, the Queen Mary's incredible legacy sails on. Visit her and step back in time. Here are the top 5 weirdest white albino animals ever discovered. First up, the albino alligator. With its ghostly white skin and piercing pink eyes, it's a 1 in a million sight. These gators are incredibly rare and struggle to survive in the wild due to their lack of camouflage. Next, meet the majestic albino gorilla. This magnificent creature, often living a solitary life, stands out with its snow-white fur, a stark contrast to its typically dark-furred relatives. Then there's the albino penguin. Can you imagine a penguin without its tuxedo? This unique bird's all-white plumage makes it an easy target for predators, as it can't blend in with the colony. Our fourth creature is the ethereal albino deer. Seen as a spiritual messenger in many cultures, its graceful, pure white form is a truly breathtaking sight in any forest. Finally, we have the striking albino snake. This pale reptile's appearance is due to a genetic mutation that prevents pigment production, resulting in its otherworldly, ghostly look. These animals are a stunning reminder of nature's incredible diversity. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Ever wondered what it would be like to see a ghost in the wild? Well, you're about to find out. Here are the top 5 weirdest white albino animals ever discovered. First up, the albino alligator. With its ghostly white skin and piercing pink eyes, it's a 1-in-a-million sight. These gators are incredibly rare and struggle to survive in the wild due to their lack of camouflage. Next, meet the majestic albino gorilla. This magnificent creature, often living a solitary life, stands out with its snow-white fur, a stark contrast to its typically dark-furred relatives. Then there's the albino penguin. Can you imagine a penguin without its tuxedo? This unique bird's all-white plumage makes it an easy target for predators, as it can't blend in with the colony. Our fourth creature is the ethereal albino deer. Seen as a spiritual messenger in many cultures, its graceful, pure white form is a truly breathtaking sight in any forest. Finally, we have the striking albino snake. This pale reptile's appearance is due to a genetic mutation that prevents pigment production, resulting in its otherworldly, ghostly look. These animals are a stunning reminder of nature's incredible diversity. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Have you ever stared at a globe and wondered why the lines are drawn the way they are, and why they keep changing? The truth is, the world map isn't a fixed document. It's a living story of how humanity organizes itself, constantly being redrawn. From the ashes of conflict and the fall of great empires like the Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman, new borders are often carved. The wave of decolonization in the 20th century also birthed dozens of new nations as former colonies declared their independence. But it's not always about conflict. Shared cultural and ethnic identities can fuel a desire for self-determination, as seen in the peaceful split of Czechoslovakia. Sometimes economic or political grievances make regions feel that they would be better off on their own. Creating a new country is a complex journey, often involving referendums, official declarations, and the crucial step of gaining international recognition. So the next time you look at a map, remember that you're not just seeing land and water. You're looking at a dynamic snapshot of our world's ever-evolving political and cultural landscape.
When you think of a border, you probably picture a straight line on a map. But the world is full of borders so strange, they seem to defy all logic. Welcome to the bizarre geography of Barle-Nassau in the Netherlands and Barle-Hertog in Belgium, where the border is a complex puzzle of enclaves, with some lines even cutting through buildings. Then there's Point Roberts, a piece of the United States you can only reach by driving through Canada. It's an American town cut off from the rest of its country by a quirk of history. Further east, the Wakhan Corridor in Afghanistan is a narrow strip of land sandwiched between Tajikistan and Pakistan, a legacy of 19th-century geopolitical games. And what about the Diomede Islands? Little Diomede is in the US, and Big Diomede is in Russia, separated by just a few miles, and the international date line, making them almost a day apart. From historical accidents to geopolitical chess moves, these lines on a map tell stories that are anything but straight.
Did you know Minecraft's iconic creeper was actually a coding accident? Originally, programmer Notch was trying to create a pig model, but he messed up the dimensions, swapping height and length. Instead of deleting it, he kept this tall, green, exploding creature, and thus the signature mob was born. It's now one of the most recognizable figures in gaming. And those mysterious Endermen? These tall, purple-eyed creatures, known for teleporting and picking up blocks, were directly inspired by a creepypasta character called Slender Man. Just like their inspiration, they're eerie and best avoided, especially since they're vulnerable to water and daylight. Imagine this. A single Minecraft world isn't just big, it can be 8 times the surface area of Earth, making it practically infinite to explore. Thanks to procedural generation, new chunks load as you travel, offering endless landscapes, biomes, and secrets to discover. The early versions even had a famous Farlands bug that created distorted terrain at the very edge of the world. Minecraft also comes in two main versions: Java Edition, primarily for PC, known for its extensive modding community and older features, and Bedrock Edition, available on almost every platform from consoles to mobile, offering seamless crossplay with friends, regardless of their device. They offer different experiences, but the same core joy of building. Finally, the game's calming, ambient music, composed by C418 and Lena Raine, is often praised for enhancing the peaceful building experience. It's so iconic that many players listen to it even outside the game, proving that sometimes simplicity is key to creating a truly immersive world.
Ever wondered what happens when brilliant minds create something truly bizarre? Meet the Isolator Helmet, designed to block out all distractions for maximum focus, but perhaps a bit too effectively. Then there's the Dynasphere, a massive monowheel. Revolutionary? Yes. Practical for turning or stopping? Not so much. Or how about the Cat Meow Machine? Perfect for when you need to meow, but your feline friend isn't cooperating. Victorian gentlemen had their own challenges, like keeping their mustaches pristine while dining, leading to the invention of the mustache guard. And for the ultimate hands-free experience, the nose pen allowed you to operate your phone with, well, your nose. From the utterly useless to the surprisingly forward-thinking, these quirky inventions prove one thing: human ingenuity knows no bounds, even when it takes a walk on the wild side. Ever wondered what life was really like in the grand cities of the past, beyond the temples and monuments? What if the most fascinating secrets were hidden not in palaces, but in the mundane details of daily life? Let's travel back to ancient Rome. Forget quiet contemplation. Public latrines were bustling social centers where citizens caught up on the latest gossip and business deals while, well, doing their business. Now, to ancient Egypt. As the Great Pyramids rose, a surprising material was key. Animal dung wasn't just waste, it was mixed into bricks for construction and served as a primary fuel source for cooking fires in homes. In Mesopotamia, city dwellers enjoyed a luxury we take for granted. They developed surprisingly advanced sewage systems, with clay pipes channeling waste away from the streets long before modern plumbing existed. Journeying to the Americas, the ancient Mayans engineered incredible urban water systems. Through a complex network of reservoirs and canals, they ensured a steady supply of fresh water to their bustling cities in the jungle. From social toilets to dung-fueled fires, the ingenious and often bizarre solutions of ancient urbanites show that history is full of surprises. What other strange secrets are still buried beneath the stones of these lost cities?
I met a really cute and sweet girl. Things started well, and we hit on fast. On what was probably our third night together, she starts to call me daddy and takes out diapers and children clothes out. She was very petite, so I believe she could fit in bigger sizes. I'm really weirded out at this point and begin to explain I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this. But before I can even finish, she tells me she really needs to be changed. As I don't understand, she takes the WTF to a whole new level by showing me she actually wears diapers under her skirt. And actually, it looks like she needs to be changed. It took me a few seconds for me to compute and realize how truly fucked up this was. Then I just politely said I can't do it and left. We never spoke again. I guess she changed her diaper herself that night. Too bad. She was awesome otherwise, but this freaked me out. I was wondering how a cute and awesome girl like her was still single, but I understood. I wonder if she does it often.
Finding my shoes in the middle of the yard after a restless night, during which I had a repeating dream of the alarm clock stopping at 9:14. I woke up, opened my eyes, and it was exactly 9:14 in the morning. Went to the hallway, saw Dad getting dressed to go outside, and exchanged greetings. He told me it had been another freezing night. Dad proceeded to open the door and went out to get the mail. I went to get some breakfast. Dad came back holding my shoes. He said, "I found these on the yard. How did you manage to get that stiff upper lock open? You can't even reach it." I stared at the frozen shoes and said I didn't. and my dad was visibly confused for a moment. He left the room, and we never spoke of it again. For context, my dad did not pull pranks like these. My feet were warm and clean when I woke up, and there were no footprints on the snow before my dad went outside. I still have no idea what had happened.
He was more than a man. He was a universe builder, a legend who taught us that even ordinary people could do extraordinary things. This is the story of Stan Lee. From a young kid in New York with a dream, Stanley Lieber found his calling in the world of pulp magazines. Facing a creative crossroads, he didn't just write stories, he sparked a revolution. With partners like Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko, he co-created Marvel Comics, transforming the industry forever. They were heroes with problems, gods with doubts. Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the X-Men, each one a reflection of our own struggles and triumphs. Stan gave his characters heart, making them relatable, making them human. He created a new mythology for the modern age. His influence exploded beyond the comic page, shaping global pop culture. With a cheerful Excelsior and his famous movie cameos, he became a beloved icon. He wasn't just telling stories, he was connecting with millions of fans, creating a worldwide family. Stan Lee's legacy is one of imagination, hope, and the belief that there's a hero inside all of us. He may be gone, but his universe lives on, forever an icon. The fog rolls thick over the San Francisco streets, a silent shroud over a city gripped by fear. In the late 1960s, a shadow emerged, a phantom who called himself the Zodiac. His reign of terror began on lonely lovers' lanes, with the brutal attacks at Lake Herman Road and Blue Rock Springs shattering the night's quiet with violence. He didn't just kill, he taunted. Cryptic letters and complex ciphers flooded the press, the killer's words a chilling challenge to the world. "I like killing people because it is so much fun," one decoded message read, while his infamous 340 symbol cipher remains an unsolved puzzle to this day. From a lakeside stabbing in broad daylight to the cold-blooded murder of a taxi driver, his audacity grew. Investigators chased countless leads, but the killer, marked only by his crosshair signature, vanished. Decades later, the case remains cold. The identity of the Zodiac, a haunting question mark in American history.
The gulper eel possesses a jaw so massive it can swallow prey far larger than itself. Floating gracefully through the crushing depths, the Dumbo octopus uses its ear-like fins to fly through the abyss. Near scorching hydrothermal vents, the Yeti crab cultivates its own food, farming bacteria on its hairy claws. Stretching over 100 feet long, siphonophoras are not single creatures but vast, glowing colonies working as one. And while the blobfish may look perpetually glum on the surface, its unique form is a perfect adaptation for surviving extreme deep-sea pressure. From colossal eels to alien-like colonies, the deep sea holds secrets stranger than fiction, proving that truth is often more bizarre than anything we could invent.
In a forgotten corner of an antique shop, a dusty, ornate mirror hung, its glass reflecting a world just slightly wrong. Drawn by its dark charm, I bought it. A strange unease, a welcome thrill. Back home, it dominated the wall, its presence a heavy silence in the room. That first night, a whisper, like silk over stone, slithered from its direction, teasing the edge of sleep. The whispers grew bolder with each passing night, dredging up my deepest regrets. A chorus for my ears only, while shadows writhed in the glass. Desperate, I unearthed tales of its past, a litany of sorrow and madness. Soon, twisted faces flickered in its depths, gone before I could scream. Sleep became a forgotten luxury, paranoia my only companion. I finally stood before it, demanding release. The glass warped, the whispers roaring as a spectral hand reached from the reflection. I pulled back, but it was too late. The mirror's chill now lives in my eyes. In a forgotten corner of an antique shop, a dusty, ornate mirror hung, its glass reflecting a world just slightly wrong. Drawn by its dark charm, I bought it. A strange unease, a welcome thrill. Back home, it dominated the wall, its presence a heavy silence in the room. That first night, a whisper, like silk over stone, slithered from its direction, teasing the edge of sleep. The whispers grew bolder with each passing night, dredging up my deepest regrets, a chorus for my ears only, while shadows writhed in the glass. Desperate, I unearthed tales of its past, a litany of sorrow and madness. Soon, twisted faces flickered in its depths, gone before I could scream. Sleep became a forgotten luxury, paranoia my only companion. I finally stood before it, demanding release. The glass warped, the whispers roaring as a spectral hand reached from the reflection. I pulled back, but it was too late. The mirror's chill now lives in my eyes.
Imagine a world without cars. Hard to picture, right? But how did we get from horse-drawn carriages to the vehicles we know today? The journey began with the first automobiles. These weren't the speedy machines we have now. They were slow, often steam-powered, and seen as novelties for the wealthy. Everything changed with Henry Ford. His revolutionary assembly line made cars affordable for the masses, putting the world on wheels and transforming society forever. Over the decades, design evolved dramatically. Cars went from boxy and utilitarian to sleek aerodynamic forms, driven by both style and the need for better fuel efficiency. Technological leaps brought us seatbelts, airbags, hybrid engines, and now, the dawn of self-driving cars, making our rides safer and smarter than ever before.
In the world of football, few names shine as brightly as Cristiano Ronaldo. From his early days at Sporting Lisbon, a young prodigy was already making waves. His move to Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson forged him into a formidable force, showcasing the flair and power that would define his career. The world watched as he ascended to legendary status at Real Madrid. Here, he became a goal-scoring machine, shattering records and leading the club to an unprecedented era of Champions League dominance, solidifying his place among the all-time greats. His influence stretched across Europe, with pivotal spells at Juventus and a celebrated return to Manchester United, proving his enduring class and ability to adapt. His journey is a testament to his relentless drive and pursuit of excellence. More than just a player, Cristiano Ronaldo is a global icon. His work ethic, record-breaking achievements, and iconic celebrations inspire millions, leaving an indelible legacy that will motivate future generations for years to come.
History is filled with questions that have no answers, moments where the trail goes cold and the truth is lost to time. These are the mysteries that haunt our past, inviting us to look closer. One of the oldest is the Roanoke colony. In 1590, an entire English settlement of over 100 people vanished from an island off North Carolina, leaving only a single word carved into a post: Croatoan. Centuries later, the world was captivated by Amelia Earhart, a pioneering aviator who disappeared over the Pacific Ocean in 1937 during her attempt to circumnavigate the globe. Despite extensive searches, her fate remains unknown. And then there's the Voynich manuscript, a 15th century book written in an unknown script. Its bizarre illustrations and undecipherable text have baffled cryptographers for generations, its purpose and meaning lost.
Have you ever wondered about the story behind one of Hollywood's most iconic comedians? Adam Sandler's journey is one of relentless passion and undeniable talent. His path began on the stand-up stage at just 17, where his unique humor first captivated audiences. In the early 90s, he joined Asterisk's Saturday Night Live Asterisk, becoming a household name with his unforgettable characters. Sandler then conquered Hollywood with smash hits like Asterisk Billy Madison, Asterisk, and Asterisk Happy Gilmore Asterisk, defining a new era of comedy. His filmography showcases remarkable range, From beloved comedies like Asterisk 51st Dates, Asterisk, to critically acclaimed dramas such as Asterisk Punch Drunk Love, Asterisk, his massive Netflix deals and the prestigious Mark Twain Prize for American Humor have solidified his status. Sandler's lasting impact comes from his signature comedic style, which has profoundly influenced modern comedy and film. Ultimately, Adam Sandler's career isn't just about laughter, it's a masterclass in creativity and staying true to one's vision.
He had walked these same city streets 1,000 times before, each step a prayer, each lamppost a shrine. Armed with a stack of faded lost dog flyers, the man's face, weathered by years of searching, was a mask of unwavering determination. His old friend was out there somewhere, and he would never stop looking. A fleeting memory warmed his thoughts. A sun-drenched afternoon in the park. He saw himself, younger and carefree, throwing a red ball for a bounding, joyful puppy. The echo of happy barks and the feeling of a wet nose nudging his hand was a constant, bittersweet companion on his lonely quest. Through sweltering summers and biting winters, his search never faltered. He checked every park, alleyway, and distant suburb, his hope a stubborn flame against the winds of despair. Years passed, but the image of his lost dog remained vivid in his mind, fueling his relentless journey. Then, one rainy Tuesday, everything changed. While scrolling through a local shelter's website, a familiar face stared back at him from the screen. The eyes, the floppy ears, the small white patch on its chest, it was him. It had to be. He had walked these same city streets 1,000 times before, each step a prayer, each lamppost a shrine. Armed with a stack of faded lost dog flyers, the man's face, weathered by years of searching, was a mask of unwavering determination. His old friend was out there somewhere, and he would never stop looking. A fleeting memory warmed his thoughts. A sun-drenched afternoon in the park. He saw himself, younger and carefree, throwing a red ball for a bounding, joyful puppy. The echo of happy barks and the feeling of a wet nose nudging his hand was a constant, bittersweet companion on his lonely quest. Through sweltering summers and biting winters, his search never faltered. He checked every park, alleyway, and distant suburb, his hope a stubborn flame against the winds of despair. Years passed, but the image of his lost dog remained vivid in his mind, fueling his relentless journey. Then, one rainy Tuesday, everything changed. While scrolling through a local shelter's website, a familiar face stared back at him from the screen. The eyes, the floppy ears, the small white patch on its chest, it was him. It had to be. The setting sun cast long, menacing shadows as Sarah, Tom, Maria, and Jake stood before the dilapidated garage. Inside, their flashlight beams sliced through the gloom, revealing a graveyard of forgotten tools and cobweb-draped machinery. Maria jumped at every creak, while Jake documented their descent into the darkness on his phone. Venturing deeper, Sarah discovered a small carved wooden box humming with a faint, unsettling energy. As she opened it, revealing antique dolls and a faded photograph, a chilling gust of wind extinguished a flashlight. A shadowy figure flickered near an old workbench, and a heavy wrench crashed to the floor, narrowly missing Tom. Disembodied whispers filled the air as their remaining lights faltered. Consumed by terror, they scrambled for the exit, leaving the box behind. They burst out into the twilight, gasping for breath. Glancing back, they watched in horror as the heavy garage door creaked shut on its own, sealing the malevolent presence within. They exchanged terrified looks, the horrifying reality of what they had witnessed sinking in. The final shot lingers on the silent, closed door.
Did you know that some black holes are so massive, they've been given a special name? Ultramassive. These cosmic monsters can be tens of billions of times the mass of our sun. Speaking of strange worlds, there's an exoplanet called 55 Cancri E that might be made of diamond. It's twice the size of Earth, but has 8 times its mass, creating conditions perfect for a carbon-rich, glittering landscape. The universe is also filled with a faint glow called the cosmic microwave background. This isn't just random noise. It's the afterglow of the Big Bang, the oldest light in the cosmos, from when the universe was just 380,000 years old. Even stranger is dark matter. It makes up 27% of the universe, but we can't see it or touch it. It only interacts with gravity, acting like an invisible cosmic skeleton holding galaxies together. Ever wonder about the wild stories behind everyday things? Look around you. That simple fork, those stylish high heels, even that summer popsicle, each has a history you'd never expect. Take the fork, Long before it was for twirling pasta, its ancestors were more like personal spears used by ancient Roman soldiers. For centuries, most people simply ate with their hands. And high heels? They weren't first designed for fashion. In medieval Europe, streets were overflowing with muck and sewage. People wore raised shoes simply to keep their feet clean. Even the popsicle was a happy accident. In 1905, a young boy left a sugary drink with a stirring stick outside on a cold night. He woke up to a sweet, frozen treat on a stick. From ancient battles to mucky streets and frosty nights, history is hiding in plain sight. You just have to know where to look. Everyday items hold amazing secrets. Imagine a world not so far from our own, where the cities we know are just the foundation for something extraordinary. Our buildings will breathe life. Vertical farms will climb towards the sky, feeding millions, while self-healing concrete repairs itself, making our structures last for generations. AI and the Internet of Things will become the city's nervous system, orchestrating traffic with perfect harmony and managing energy with unprecedented efficiency. Our homes will adapt to our very needs, thanks to breakthroughs in bioengineering. Transportation will be revolutionized, with flying vehicles gracefully navigating the skies and hyperloop systems connecting cities at unimaginable speeds. This isn't a distant dream. It's the future we are building today, one innovation at a time. What will it be like to live in this new... Do you know what really happened in the past? Ancient Romans used a gnarly concoction of stale urine as mouthwash. They believed the ammonia in it could whiten their teeth and disinfect their mouths. Imagine starting your day with that. In the 19th century, a peculiar trend saw people unwrapping Egyptian mummies at parties for entertainment. These mummy unwrapping parties were a bizarre form of social gathering among the Victorian elite, treating history as a spectacle. During the Middle Ages, animals could be put on trial for crimes. Court records show pigs, rats, and even insects being legally prosecuted, sometimes with their own defense lawyers, for everything from murder to damaging crops. History is weirder than you think. Mysterious shot of deep ocean. Text overlay, ocean creatures exposed. Did you know that Turritopsis dohrnii, an immortal jellyfish, can technically live forever? It has the unique ability to revert to an earlier stage of its life cycle, essentially aging in reverse. Deep in the ocean depths, you'll find the goblin shark. This living fossil possesses a terrifying jaw that shoots forward at lightning speed to ambush and capture its prey. Then there's the incredible mimic octopus. To outsmart predators, this master of disguise can imitate the appearance and behavior of over 15 different sea creatures, like sea snakes and lionfish. Don't underestimate the pistol shrimp. It snaps its claws so fast it creates a cavitation bubble, reaching temperatures hot enough to stun prey and even crack glass. In the dark abyss, the menacing anglerfish uses a glowing bioluminescent lure to attract unsuspecting meals right to its waiting jaws. Humpback whales are the ocean's composers, creating complex songs that travel for thousands of miles and evolve over time. Quick montage of all creatures. Text overlay, the ocean's secrets are endless.
The forest held its breath, the daylight choked by a canopy of suffocating gloom. An old man, his face a mask of fear, pushed through the tangled undergrowth. His golden retriever, Buster, usually a beacon of courage, trembled at his heels, his whines swallowed by the oppressive silence. The path twisted into a nightmare of skeletal trees as faint whispers slithered on the wind. Buster froze, growling at an unseen horror as shadows danced at the edge of sight. Panicked, the dog began digging furiously at the base of an ancient tree, unearthing a tarnished box that pulsed with a malevolent red light. Against every instinct, the man pried it open. Inside, desiccated dolls with hollow eyes lay beside a skeletal hand. A touch sent a frigid shock through him, the whispers swelling into a cacophony of dread. He slammed the box shut and tried to flee, but a swirling mist trapped them. From the fog, menacing figures emerged, their silent screams echoing the terror in the old man's heart.
The flickering glow of a jack-o'-lantern is synonymous with Halloween. But its story begins far from America, in the misty folklore of ancient Ireland. It tells of a man named Stingy Jack, a notorious trickster who dared to outwit the devil himself. After a life of deceit, Jack was denied entry to both heaven and hell. The devil, in a final act of scorn, cast Jack into the eternal darkness, giving him only a burning ember to light his way. Jack placed this ember inside a carved turnip, forever condemned to wander the earth. When Irish immigrants arrived in America, they found pumpkins far easier to carve than turnips, and thus the legend evolved. Lest the jack-o'-lantern transformed from a mere ember holder into the iconic, grinning sentinel we know today. A timeless symbol warding off evil spirits on Halloween night. Its eerie light, a reminder of a mischievous soul, and a tale whispered through generations.
One night, a woman was waiting at an airport with several long hours before her flight. She bought a bag of cookies and found a place to sit, engrossed in her book. She noticed that the man sitting beside her grabbed a cookie from the bag in between them. She thought to herself, if I weren't so nice, I would blacken his eye with each cookie he took. He took one too. When only one was left, she wondered what he would do. With a smile on his face, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half. As he ate the other, she snatched it from him and thought, oh, brother. This guy has some nerve, and he's also rude. She sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, boarding the plane and sinking into her seat. As she reached into her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was her bag of cookies right in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned in despair. The others were his, and he tried to share. Too late to apologize, she realized with grief that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief. Before you get angry, think about it. Maybe you are the one who is wrong.
The old St. Jude's Hospital stands silent under a moonless sky, a skeletal silhouette against the midnight dark. A single light flickers erratically from a high window, a lone dying pulse. Inside, dust motes dance in the moonlight, slanting through grimy windows, illuminating decaying hallways and rusted medical equipment. The only sounds are the drip, drip, drip of unseen water and the low groan of the building settling. Suddenly, headlights from a passing car sweep across a far corridor, revealing a tall, gaunt figure for a fleeting second before plunging it back into darkness. A cold draft whistles through a broken pane, scattering ancient patient files across the floor. From an adjoining room, the faint, chilling echo of a child's laughter rises and falls. The camera cuts to a single worn rocking horse in an empty pediatric ward, swaying gently on its own. A flatline tone beeps once, then fades into an unnerving silence.
A college student was visiting cousins in rural North Dakota over winter break. One night, around 3 a.m., after drinking at a friend's basement, he decided to walk home through the snowy woods to clear his head. Halfway there, he spotted a tall figure standing completely still ahead. As he got closer, he realized it was a man wearing a full-face ski mask, just standing there in the freezing, desolate forest, staring directly at him. They locked eyes for what felt like minutes. No words, no movement from the stranger. Terrified, the student turned and speed-walked away as fast as he could without running. He never looked back and made it home safely. He later said it was the most scared he'd ever been, alone in the dark winter woods with a silent masked stranger for no reason at all.